Well, duh. Do you want to make money or not? Yeah, but I don't want to beg. Well, fine, go broke.
Who are the current members of the VST dance group? Now you're gonna name drop.
There is no. Okay.
No, can I confirm you've been in a relationship with 2 other dancers before?
Yeah.
Right. So, can I name drop?
You can.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the That's the Tea show with me, your host, Miss Tee Moyo. This is my brand new show, and on season 1, I will be inviting some of the most talented dancers straight from your For You page, the stage, and music videos, and they're gonna come and sit with me here on my sofa and, spill the tea. To kick off this season, today I have a very, very special guest on my sofa. This is the person who was the reason why I started my dance journey and was the first person to ever be my dance teacher and the first person to make me a part of their team. Today is a special professional dancer from London and has been in the dance industry for 5 years, performing at an extremely high level. He has gone from established world stages such as World of Dance and Breaking Convention to working with networks such as BBC, Channel 4 and NBC. Now founding his own company, Versatility Family, aka VST, his aim is to create a community whilst revolutionizing the dance industry. Can I give a massive, warm round of applause to Will?
Yeah. Thank you.
Woo, how are you doing, man?
I'm all right. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excited. It is
Love
so
that.
good to have you here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Nah, man, this is the first episode. Pressure.
No, it's a lot of pressure.
Okay, quick question. How does it feel like me being in this seat? I'm like the teacher and you're the student. What's it like?
It's do you know what? It's actually amazing because knowing that you wanted to do this for a long time. Yeah, I gotta go there. Knowing that you wanted to do this for a long time and now you're actually here and it's in fruition is something that you've done in your head, like you've said in your head and now it's actually here. It's wonderful to see and I'm proud of you and I like your hair. I just wanna
Thanks.
throw that
Honestly,
out there.
I had to do season 1, episode 1. It had to be you. It didn't make sense to have anybody else. But I've got to know, when I was your student, what was your first impression of me?
First impression. I said, who's that loud person? Because when I was trying to teach, you were kind of loud-ish.
I was asking questions.
No, but it's a good loud. It wasn't like annoying. It was like, who's that? That person stands out. And you had I think you had like a grey.
Yeah.
There we go. I remember.
Grey hair.
Grey hair. You had grey
Colourful
hair.
wig.
Not grey hair like old, but grey like.
It was a wig.
A wig. Yeah, I didn't want to. Okay. It was a grey wig.
It was silver.
Silver. And it was nice. I remember you came to that class and you were dope. And then you came to my class on Saturday.
Literally, because you covered Patience's class on the Friday, Afro and Hills, and then the following day, I came to your first class and I feel like I didn't leave.
Yeah, see?
Since.
So it was nice.
Let's get into this episode. Okay, in your bio, you said redefining the dance industry. That's a big boy mission. Like, you've spoken about revolutionizing the dance industry.
Yeah.
And, like, what are the biggest changes you're trying to see and how do you plan to be the one to revolutionize it?
I didn't want to be, but someone has to do it. So
I guess I don't.
Someone has to. No, I'm joking. I feel like. Okay, I'm trying to get my words right. Okay, I feel like in this industry, there's a lot of bias. Number one, there's a lot of unfairness, which is again, I guess, bias, and it's a lot of showing. Oh, I want to show to this dancer or to this person that I can do this and that, and it's never really about anything internal. Like, for me, redefining and revolutionizing for me means let's look inwards as opposed to outwards. Instead of saying I'm gonna dance to make my teacher see ABC, or I'm gonna do this show so that everyone can see that I'm even when it comes to making choreography or performing that choreography, it's like, oh my gosh, it doesn't look good. It doesn't And the question is not whether it looks good, it's how does it feel? We can worry about how it looks after, but it's how does it feel? And it's all about it being, it's all about it feeling good first before going to the technicalities of looking good and all that stuff. So that's my version of Redefining. Yeah.
I love that. And we're going to come back and talk about how exactly you have been doing that in a bit. But first things first, I got to talk to you about you as a dancer.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm not going to lie, you wear bare hats. CEO, teacher, performer. You do a lot. I thought I do a lot.
Yeah.
You do a lot. But which out of the three brings you the most joy? And how do you manage to balance all of them at the same time?
Okay. You're gonna have to ask that again.
Okay, so you've got CEO, teacher, and performer.
Right. CEO, teacher, performer. Yeah.
Which one brings you the most joy?
It's hard to even answer that because I started off as a performer, so performing naturally gives me a lot of energy. It gives me that fire that I need, and obviously seeing people like seeing people go, oh my god, well,
I know him. He teaches me.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So that's obviously always going to be an ego like boost naturally. I think Will the teacher makes me feel like a dad, where it's like it's not about me anymore. It's about them. It's about the children. It's about them. So that sort of juxtaposition between performing, where it's about me, and teacher, where it's not about me, it's kind of hard to navigate. But I feel like Will the teacher is much more relaxed and much more, let me give out opportunities, let me see what I can do for those that are coming up now, especially all these dancers who are now starting to come in the industry who don't have the correct guidance because, you know, there's a lot of ego and stuff like that. But yeah, so I think yeah, I explained that. But as far as the CEO, I feel like that has been the best, but the hardest, because I've tried to take myself out of VST as the CEO, because everyone likes to say I'm a CEO of this. You see in their bio, CEO of lashes, tech, Lux lashes, Lux, all of these stuff. And I'm like, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go that direction. I wanted to leave it completely like, just, no one who owns it. I don't know. And some people have said to me, Will, I see you teach at VST. It looks so good. Can you recommend me to whoever you teach for, to VST? Can you recommend for me to teach for them? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
Oh yeah, I'll let him.
Silly. You don't know it's
I'll
me.
let him know.
You don't know
I'll
it's
text
me.
the CEO. I have his number.
Yeah, like, I'll let him know.
Seriously, some people don't actually know
some
that
people
you
don't know.
are the CEO of VST.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But then, wouldn't you want to use your social media platform, because you've got a big following?
Right.
Wouldn't you want to use it to attract people to VST, the company? Why have you decided to keep it separate?
To control my ego.
Fairs.
So I don't have to. So it's like, for me, I don't want that ego boost of, oh, I'm a CEO, now everyone has to listen to, because it's very, when you have power or authority, it's very easy to sort of manipulate people, and you might not even know it. First it's do this, do that, and everyone's like, yes, and then you're like, oh, this feels good.
I like this.
I like this. Do this, do that. Okay. Yeah, do this, do that. Oh, okay. Like everyone, like people of authority have this thing where they take their power and they abuse it, and I didn't want to do that. So I always wanted to let my students know, or anyone know, if they know me as a CEO, I want everyone to know that we're all on the same level. Ain't no one bigger than anyone else. And it's just, so which is weird, but I guess
it's interesting. So
different.
you've got Will2K, the brand, and then VST, the brand. They're two separate
entities.
I quite like that, because obviously with me, that's the T. T is the brand. I'm the brand. You see the
I like it. I also the golden. Okay.
Yeah, I give myself the trophy, because give yourself your flowers. Yeah. No, but I like the fact that you've kept them separate, and your attitude. And we will come back to that in a bit, because it's still to this day mind boggles me that your level of talent as a dancer versus what you choose to do with it. It's like it's not what normal people would do. A lot of people are riding for themselves, rightfully so, wanting to build up themselves, build up their own platform, build up their own name and brand, and yet you've invested so much into this company, which we will talk about in a minute. But with your accolades and the jobs that you've booked, did you ever expect for it to happen? Because obviously I'm reading World of Dance, this stage, that stage, flipping O2 Arena, Apollo, wherever you've been, Did you always expect that was the level that you were going to get to?
Yes, I did, but so I'm thinking, how quick it, like, this isn't going to make sense, but the speed into which it came was crazy. So I didn't expect it to be Yeah, because but I did all of that at 21.
That's mad.
So yeah, so
Where was you at 21?
I was yeah.
Where was you? I was at home.
Yeah, I did it at 21. So I remember, it's actually funny. I remember being in church, and I remember the pastor was saying write 5 things. You know when you do like these faith calls, write 5 things that you would want in your life, and da, 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 da. I remember I was praying, and I was like, God, I'm not asking for much, man. I'm not asking for a Range Rover. I'm not asking for no cars. I just want to go to America. 1, I want to do World of Dance 2, and I think that was it. And funnily enough, like 2-3 years after that, I go into America for free to do the World of Dance show in Hollywood.
That's lit.
For free, yeah. And then the other World of Dances, like in Paris, Portugal, whatever, they came after. But no, actually, wow, I'm lying. They came in the same year.
Right.
2018. It all
Your
came
testimony
in
must have been like, I'm back again, guys.
They came in the same year. It was crazy. It was crazy. The Breaking Convention thing, again, came the year after that. So it was just,
bam, bam, bam. So the height of which you reached was expected, but the speed of which you reached said heights was not expected.
Not at all.
Because 21 is quite young to be like, on my CV, I've done this, I've done that. Which leaves the question, is there anything that you would have wanted to do or you still want to do that you have not yet achieved? In terms of dancing and like maybe an artist, maybe a stage?
No, not like when I say the only thing I wanted to do was World of Dance, Breaking Convention, and go America. That was the only thing I wanted to do.
My man said bucket list is done.
Yeah, like it did. I didn't need. That's why now it's more of like, oh, okay, let's just. It's not enough. Like I thought it would have satisfied me, but you know what? I actually want more. So everything now, from like even the VST stuff, is more like, oh, we're just living in the moment. We're not, there's no end goal. There's no like, I want to be here at the end of my life. It's like, let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
I've known you, how many years has it been? Like, what, 3 years?
Oh, you're going to make me do math on the spot. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I've got to do the maths. I think I was 18 when I met you. 19,
Probably.
20, 20.
Probably 18.
22. Okay, I've known you for 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, this is the same attitude you've had since I met you. And when I first met you, I was like, nah, because I knew the type of people you dance with, the kind of people you danced for. I was like, nah, this guy's just capping. It's got to be there's got to be an ulterior motive or thinking.
Yeah.
I think this year was the year last year when we first did this pilot, this episode, I was really like, oh, Dan, this guy's not lying. He's actually telling the truth.
Yeah.
He's done what he wanted to do, but he wants something bigger. He wants something better. And I think this is what makes you stand out to me from all the other dancers who are like, nah, I want to dance for WizKid. I want to dance for Ben, which is nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just, it's like, I've never met someone who's like thinking more than just like, tick this. And like you said, it's just not enough.
It's not enough, man. And going on your point, like, I think it's, okay, it's because I'm passionate about this. That's why. I think it's crazy how people want to. I think it's crazy how people want to train their whole lives, get injured, come back again, that doesn't happen to everyone, but spend all their money on training to just dance behind someone. That for me is crazy. I mean, I guess people do it now, right? Like, I just want, like, and there's nothing bad with it. Like, I just want to go to school to do my CV, to just get a job and work for someone else. Like, some people are happy with that, and I'm cool. So going back to the dance industry, it's like that's what I consider 9 to 5 in the dance industry.
The dance equivalent.
The dance equivalent, like dancing behind someone. I'm like, you don't want more? You think that I agree. So you think that you work this hard just so you can dance behind someone. You don't want to start your own business. You don't want to create your own thing.
Yeah.
You'd rather work hard to work for someone else. Or behind someone. Like, wouldn't you rather be that, like, WizKid, if you are dancing for WizKid or Burna Boy, instead of being a backup, wouldn't you rather be their movement director? So you're on the same level. Not same level, but like, they rely on you now. It's not
now it's not like it's a job, like, because it's technically freelance. As in when they're touring, you would work for them. Yeah. But then movement, you're part of the team. Right. You're there, you're running it. You have your own team of dancers that you're training. You're doing the thing. That is so
It's
fascinating.
crazy.
I think you saying this basically highlights why I started this show in the first place.
Yeah.
Because these are the kind of conversations I want to encourage from dancers. And like you said, on a personal level, my mentor and I, he's always like to me, you're not just a presenter, you're not just a content creator, you're actually a businesswoman. And I find that so difficult because I just love what I do.
Yeah.
I just like to come in, sit, have my own show, do my thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's like, no, you need to be thinking bigger. And I think if I had to pick one person in my life who does think in the way that I need to develop that same type of thinking, is how you look at the dance industry.
Yeah.
But to quickly go back to you as a dancer, I'm going to ask you, do you know what my favorite performance of you has been
Of me as
as a dancer?
I don't know, like as a part of VST.
No, just you as Will. I don't know if I've ever told you.
Yeah.
Which one do you think it is?
The one we did with Patience.
For
With the suits.
Yes, no, okay, no. I
Yeah.
changed my answer. Okay, that's my second one. Do you know my actual favorite performance?
Wait, one more. Nah, can't think of it.
It was Yemi Alladay's concert at Yam
the
Carnival.
concert,
That
yeah,
one, because I didn't know
yeah.
you were performing.
Yeah.
So I had gone to Yam Carnival, and Yemi Alade was doing her set, and literally I saw you come on stage, and like I'm long excited, but I'm squinting. I'm like, no, is that what I was like, guys? That's my teacher. I might have been drinking during the day, so maybe that played a part. And it was hot outside.
Yeah.
I was like, that's my teacher. That's my teacher. That for me, I finally had seen you as a dancer. This whole time I'd seen you as my dance teacher.
Boo.
Go away.
Yeah.
No, but that was the first time I saw you as a dancer,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this guy is cold. And that kind of made me think, like, I was so baffled. I was like, you dance on stages like this, you actually perform like this, and you were with I think it was Brian.
Yeah, Billiams Brian.
Yeah. And Patience. And I'm thinking, how can you lot be spending your time teaching classes? If I had this talent, you'd never see me again in this country. I'm on touring with Rema and Bernard, and that's when I was just like, right, this guy is really, really good at dancing.
Yeah.
Do you ever miss like dancing on the stage?
No, because I can still do it.
Fairs.
The only problem is like, the only problem is the middleman. Again, it's the working for someone. Like, it used to be like the hierarchy. There will be someone who needs dancers, right? And then they'll go to someone like an agency or whatever. Then those agencies say,
pick 1, 2, 3.
yeah, or like the agencies, if they can't pick, they'll find a choreographer and say, let's do auditions and then let's see who gets the job, whatever, all of that stuff, right? I want to cut out that middleman, so I want it to be from whoever's looking straight to me,
Straight to you.
or whoever's looking, they come to VST and they look around and like, oh, we want
pick.
and then from me I can pick or whatever. That's how I would like it. So that's why I don't miss it, because I still do it, just not as much, I guess. Yeah.
Just for the record, if they were picking and I was still a part of VST, I better be top pick.
Yeah, for sure.
I better be. If you think Burna Boy is gonna come and asking, you're not gonna, I wish you would. I wish you would. But speaking of performances, if you had to give me your top 3 performances that you've done on stage, which ones would you say?
Top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make this quick. Top 3 without thinking. First is World of Dance Paris that I did with Mo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mo. That was one of my favorites. 2, the VST one that we did at Afro Dance Blast. That one was beautiful. You were part of that one.
I
Yeah,
know,
you were
that's
part
right.
of that one.
That one ate down.
The third. Well, yeah, I think. I don't have it. I don't know.
Those are your top 2.
Those
We'll
are
go-
World of Dance, but not the one I did. Yeah, the one that we did in Hollywood was actually kind of nice.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So
NBC
those
World
are
of Dance. It
top-
was nice.
top
Top
3
3.
performances.
Those are top 3.
I hear it.
Yeah.
And in the dance industry, has there anyone that you've worked with that's particularly inspired you, taught you a valuable lesson, just like working with them changed your perspective as a dancer?
I don't know why my head said not really, but no, there is.
Is that none
There
of
is,
you
there
lot,
is.
none of you lot have contributed to my time as a dancer?
There have definitely been some people. Wait, sorry. Ask the question again, just so
So
I
is there
know.
anyone who has taught you a valuable lesson, inspired you, or just changed your perspective as a dancer?
Change my perspective. Well, he goes by Septzilla now, Afro House dancer. He taught me. I mean, he inspires me with Afro House naturally. I would say he's the best Afro house dancer in the UK. But he taught me that I have to go on the field because I'm too businessy. I'm too business savvy, and I'm like, okay, how can I plot against like everything? Obviously, as a business owner, or like when you do business, you're always thinking, okay, what can I get out of it? What can I gain? And sometimes when there's not a lot to gain, you don't really like think about it like that. But for me, he was like, Will, you want the culture to be down with you. You want the Afro house people to. You want to get involved in these things and teach abroad, and that you need to get in the field and be with them. And that's when I went Germany, and I was there with them, and I was like, okay, this is nice. Like, I need to humble myself and not.
Was it hard?
It wasn't. I mean, I was in the countryside, so it was kind of hard. But
good,
yeah,
because it's about time someone else finds Afro house hard. For the record, Afro house is my weakest style. By a long shot, it's not even funny. So it's nice to hear that you found it difficult.
It was difficult.
Good.
For sure.
Nah, that's good, man. And we're going to move on a little bit now to talk about VST. In your own words, what is Versatility Family? For those who don't know, and if you don't know, I suggest you pause this video right now. You go onto Instagram, type in VST Fam, give it a follow, and then come back and proceed with the interview.
Okay. I don't know why I froze when you said that. Versatility Family or VST. Can I talk to this?
Yeah, tell him.
So VST Fam is a dance company for now. It's a dance company, and it's also a community, a safe space for those who want to learn how to dance, or those who do know how to dance but want a community. I sound like you when you did your intro.
You see what I mean?
No. But no, it's literally a safe space. It's non-judgmental, and we welcome everyone. It's open to all levels. And VST the aim of VST is to create a spark in others to pursue their dreams. And our motto is progression, not perfection. So progressing is always better than being perfect, because if you're perfect, then you ain't got nothing to strive for. However, if you're progressing, there is no limit to what you can do. So check us out on VST Fam.
Per mic drop.
There we go.
Tell him again, Pastor.
Yeah.
I love that. I said word.
I don't know if I can say that all again, but
no, it was hard. It made sense. And do you know what? I have to say, the one like downside about pursuing the presenting is obviously having to leave VST and not being part of the team and part of the company as regularly as I used to be. Like, I remember the first couple of Saturdays when I wasn't coming to class anymore. In my head, I was thinking, some don't feel right. Not going to the Jamaican shop afterwards, but like when I do come back, it's like putting on gloves again and thinking, oh, like this is home. I feel like there's never been a class or a team that I've been a part of that feels the same. Like, I've done loads of different classes, but when people are like, oh, who do you dance for? To this day, I'll be like, oh yeah, I dance for VS. I'm like, do I? No, not regularly, but listen, the T in VST stands for Miss Tee Moyo. If you don't know, get to know. But no, don't roll your eyes, because you told me that. You told me that on my birthday.
I'm gonna give you a moment. So the thing with T is she feels like can I speak to this camera? Is that okay?
I'm listening though.
So Miss Tee Moyo thinks that whenever she sees me, she has this kind of vibe where it's like she gets kind of nervous because she's like, what's Will gonna say, because I ain't been in class for a long time. But my thing is, I'm proud of her in what she's doing, because I always want VST to be a stepping stone, not a destination. So if you used VST as a stepping stone to get to where you are now, then I couldn't be more than happy. Whenever you want to come through, then come through. There's no like, where you been? Why haven't you been here? It's always, how are you? How's everything going? You good? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just chilling, working, and I'm like, all right, well, I hope that's going well. Whenever you're ready to come back to just vibe.
It's so true. I feel like I've always been welcomed back. It's harder to go back though, because the classes be full, and the guy at the door be like, "Oh, T, just so you know, the class is fully." But I said, "Excuse me." I said, "You better make someone better move and make space." For me. I said, "Rotted." I said, "I love that for you though, because it means that everyone is booking, and I can't just waltz in like nothing." But actually, tell us, how was it born? How did it even start in the first place?
All right, I'm gonna keep it real short. So VST, because I know it's like a long thing. So VST originally was a dance crew in 2020, consist of me and my friends, and it didn't
the names. Who were the friends? Drop the names.
There was Mo, my dance partner. There was Mo with my dance partner at the time. There was 9 of us. So there was me, Mo, Gad, which is another dancer. There was Elton, Brian, so Happy Feet and Bill and Ems. There was Shaq. There was Javon. That's 7.
The 7.
There was Corey. No, that's 7 now. That's Corey. There was Corey. Who were the other 2? Oh, I forgot.
Sorry to the ones that we left behind, but you was part
I
of the
forgot.
team.
You was part of the team. I forgot. I can't lie.
9 man them
There
in
was
one
9.
group.
There was 9. And then what happened was, so me and Mo kept on going abroad, and I kept on saying, why are we going abroad and we're leaving our guys and they're not doing nothing? Let's try to do something so we can take them with us. So I created VST as a team. Didn't work out because, in my opinion anyway, there were dancers there who were better than me. And I'm not afraid to say that. Now, the problem is that there could be an ego clash as well, because it's like, I'm better than you, so why am I listening to what you're saying? Because I have direction. I've been here, you haven't. And it was like, there was a clash, and I tried to make it where it's like, yo, there's no leader here. Of course there's a leader.
Yeah.
I am the leader, but I don't want to, we're all guys here. I don't want to be like, yo, I'm the leader, listen to me. I'm like, there's no leader here, man. But if I'm saying something that's final, I'm going to always ask everyone, what's your opinion? But I'm going to be saying something, and it's like, yo, this is what it is. That's it. But what happened was, and not to badmouth any of them, because they're still my guys until this day, but it's like, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And from there, it was like, okay, if it doesn't work, people started leaving bit by bit. I didn't get offended. I was like, all right, we tried this thing, it didn't work. Then I turned VST. Yeah, man, I turned VST into a dance company. And yeah, I just had faith, and I said, look, in their defense, I did say something that I shouldn't have said. I did say, when VST, the group, was on its last legs, I did say, with or without you, this dance thing will still go on.
Fairs.
So in my defense, I probably shouldn't have said that, but it was like a thing of, you know what? I thought it was gonna make them more like, raw, like there's people, like there would be someone else if we don't pattern up, but it turned them the other way.
I hear it. No, but like, that's actually mad. So that's a lot of egos, a lot of personalities, a lot of strong minds, and 9 of them. Before even all of that, trying to get 4 of us to get a schedule that works, and you was doing it with 9 people. It didn't
even. We couldn't even do a full rehearsal or any. Like it was a mess.
That's how. It sounds like a hot mess, but
it was a mess.
Obviously it meant that VST is what it is today.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So I guess all things happen for a reason, and I'm kind of curious about the realities of actually starting and running a dance company. And I'm talking like studio space, money, people attending the classes. Like, if I was to tell you today, Will, I want to start a dance company, it's gonna be bare easy. Like, what's the actual reality that people don't actually understand?
The reality is that the best thing I can compare it to is, imagine having a 9 to 5, and you know when you finish at 5, you ain't got to worry about it the next day. However, with a business, whether it's a dance business or whatever, and it's on the early stages, you think about it every waking hour. So right now, as we're talking, in another side of my head, I'm like, how the hell am I gonna get people to come next week? And it's the funniest thing is, I've been doing this for 3 years. So you expect, I've been doing it for 3 years, I'm gonna it's alright, like everyone's gonna, no, I still have to put in the work. Like, we still have to DM people, ask people, are you coming to class? We still have to do those kind of things. And the funny thing about, I'm gonna answer it simply now, which is weird, but the funny thing about starting your own company is that it shows you, like, it beats you up, and it gets to the core of you. I'm not reaching out to people. I got too much pride. I got too much ego. It's gonna make it look like I'm begging. Well, duh. Do you want to make money or not? Yeah, but I don't want to beg. Well, fine, go broke. You're talking to yourself. Like, you.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah, the future you is like, you're having a conversation with the future you, and the future you who's like suited up, like everything. Do you know what I mean? And they're like, well, T, do you want to do this dance company or not? Yeah, but, and like the future you kind of like just takes all of the BS away, and it's like, well, if you really want to do it,
then you got to do all these things.
Yeah, and you just got to learn how to adapt.
Nah, I hear it.
The simplest thing I can say. Yeah.
What would you say was like the hardest thing about it? Because obviously, for those who don't know, the dance classes. Plug the dance classes. Tell them where to find us.
Plug the dance classes.
Yeah, the company.
Got me messing up my own words. Okay, so we got classes okay, let me not do that first. We got classes every Saturday for beginners, okay? 5 to 6 for beginners. Afro smooth vibes. Afro smooth is Afro, any Afro, all Afros joined together, but on a smooth vibe, okay? That's from 5 until 6, and then we got intermediate classes from 6 to 7:30, which is led by T. So don't miss out. Like, be there because she's gonna be teaching.
You show up to the class, and even me, I don't even know I'm supposed to be there.
No, but intermediate classes 6 to 7:30. Afro Smooth, taught by yours truly, and yeah, be there, survive. Because look what happened with one of our students, you know. So,
what was it like actually? Like, because you went from one class to now 2 classes. You've got another Afro House class as well.
Afro House Mondays 6 o'clock
per.
Yeah.
Like, what was it like finding a space, starting this new routine? This is what your Saturdays and your Mondays look like. Was it always like that? Because obviously I come now, can't even get into the flipping class because it's packed. Did it always start like that?
You did it start like that? You know what I mean? Like, you were there. Like, do you know what I mean? That was like, you know, like when you're in class and they're like, stretch your arm to make sure you're not touching. Like, 5 people can do it on one side and not touch no one. That's how empty the class is. Not empty, but it's inconsistent. So some weeks you have 15, some weeks you have 4. And it's annoying because it's like, I got 15, all right, next week we got it. Then you have 4. And it's like,
wait, where's that
like,
same energy?
We don't get that now, but it's like, what just happened? Next 1 week I have full out. I mean, not full out, wow. We have full, 30 people. Next week, 10.
Why do you think that was?
I don't know. It happens in business. Just inconsistencies. You just don't. You never know. And that's the problem is, you never know. You just don't know. So 9 to 5, you know that you can do your job, get your money at the end of the week.
You know what time you start. You know what time you finish. You know how much money is going to be in a bank at the end of the month.
And that's it. But with the entrepreneurship vibe or with the business vibe, the dance business, you just don't know. It's like commission based. Like, if you don't work, you ain't getting paid. And if you ain't getting paid.
I remember, I'll never forget, you stopped telling me what song we're doing in class because it would determine whether some people come or not.
Exactly.
Which I hear it and you just wouldn't say. And was there anything else that you found made the business better? Obviously, you kind of slightly touched on it. You said the more you put in, the more you get out. But was there anything that you felt like, if I don't do this, we don't see the exact results?
It's crazy that you asked that because I was always trying to strategize. So I was always saying like, okay, let me figure out the song. If it's a song that people like,
let me do the whole artist catalog.
Yeah, I was trying to research and strategize and say, let me do like a viral song. Let me do A, B, and C. But what I realize now, looking back on it, is just being authentic, man. If like your class isn't for everybody. Yeah. And my problem is I was trying to figure out a strategy to get everyone. So let me do a viral song. Then some people be like, I don't like this song, and I'm like, like okay, fine. So, yeah. So it's just being, literally being authentic and just say it. And again, the future me was like, you gotta drop that pride. I'm like, what's the song? Like, I'm not telling you the song because I don't want you to come based on the song. But I would actually say those things now. Yeah. But before I'll be like, oh, the song, we haven't figured it out. We don't even know, smiley face. Are you still gonna
XOXO?
Like, yeah. That was it. But that's what I'm saying. So now it's just more authentic. It's like, yo, you should come because you want to enjoy yourself, you want to have a good time, not because of the song. You know what? Okay, I'll get a ticket. I'm like, wait, whoa, that works.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
gonna put my foot down more often. Hey, can I get a free? No.
Don't do that to me though.
Sometimes. No, but yeah, sometimes. I can be kind. Yeah.
I hear it. And back to VST as a company, when did you realize it was going to go beyond these Saturday classes and actually be something with more depth?
I actually tried to do it. I can't answer that one way because I actually tried, like 2 years ago or a year ago, I tried to do Afro House classes 3 times.
Really?
3 times. I did it on a Friday. Like, we were just about breaking even. I was like, okay, it's not working. Then I did it in the manor.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Videos were hard though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it didn't
even
work.
made me maybe think, maybe I need to book in the manor. Yeah. I said, oh, you're like having a time. Okay, and then third time?
Then the third time, the third time it did work. Third time had to be a demand. So I had to make it look like, okay, the space is for 30 people, but let me only say that there's 10 people.
Okay.
That's allowed in. Because then, like, if you have, let's say you go to like a shoe store or something, and then like there's only 2 pairs of these left, right? You're more likely to look and be like, okay, now
I need this shoe.
Yeah, I need this shoe. There's only 2.
10.
Yeah, there's only 10 or there's only 2. But if I'm telling you, hey, that's 400. Yeah. So when you rush it up and you're like, yo, there's not a lot left. So even with the spaces, I'm like, there's 10 spaces.
Now people are like, I have to get on this.
There's 3 spaces left. Oh no, I want it. And I'm like, so I had to, but if it wasn't for those failures, I guess. Yeah, then I wouldn't have ever, noticed that. So that's when I realized, okay, it's about the urgency to book, and then that's now I try to implement that with everything I do. So with the beginners, because there wasn't a beginners, I was mixing them together.
Innit?
Yeah, so now I'm doing the beginners and I'm saying early 10 spaces. The Afro House, early 10 spaces, and that makes a lot of people.
Guys, book your spaces.
Book
It's
your
in
spaces.
it's in high demand.
Book your spaces.
Okay, we kind of spoke about this yesterday over the phone. Like, what is the vision for VST? Because we've spoken about Heels and Feels,
Right.
who the CEO, Cheryl J,
Yeah.
she's basically,
Doing her thing,
she's
man.
gone and
Doing
done
her
the
thing.
thing. I need her
thing.
on this sofa right now. So,
Yeah,
Cheryl, if you're watching this, I need you here.
Yeah.
But like, we've spoken about what she's done with Heels and Feels.
Yeah.
What is the vision for VST?
I think VST. I think for VST, I always look at it like a table that has 6 seats, right? And each seat represents a different sort of entity, right? So, like, let's say there'll be dance there, then agency here, clothing here, fitness there. Like, I've always wanted it to branch out to other things, but right now, and events as well. But right now, out of those seats, we've only highlighted 2, which is dance and the events, because obviously we do the dance classes and performances, and we also do events like the Dancers Unite. Obviously, the VST show, that's more personal for us, but
it's still an event.
It's still an event, so it goes. It kind of fills both seats, right? But the Dancers Unite, that's to give the new kids the opportunity to, like, these TikTok people, the opportunity, because they're looked down upon on the industry, right? So the TikTok people, it gives them a chance to think outside the box of this. Let me just do this in my room and let me see if I can create something, because you don't know what you can create until you're thrown in that
and given
situation.
the opportunity.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking about things like the VST show, which I hosted very well, might I add.
Very well.
The people that loved me. What have been some of that?
No, it was nice.
It was
nice.
such a memorable show. The first one, so memorable. It's one of my best things I've ever presented.
Had you hosted before that?
A couple, not on that scale. I think that was like one of the first things I've proper got given control to host. And obviously when I send things to audition and I send the video, people are like, because I'll input the video. I was like, can I get some commotion for the dress? And people have loved it. I say, yeah. But what have been some of the highlights as VST's journey as a company, not just the dance class, but in general? What have been some of the highlights? I think the biggest highlight is the performance. The VST show that we put on. The only reason why I say that's the single biggest one, because I've always been someone, because I was trying to act before going into the dance thing. So I was always like, I want to be in the red carpet, I want to all of that stuff. And then I said, you know what? Scratch that. I'm looking right at you. Scratch that. Why don't I make my own red carpet? Yeah, you see me? And I walked that red carpet.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I was like, let me do it myself. Did the banner, whatever. Did put the red carpet on the floor. Boy, like, people start coming in dressed nice, and that is a highlight for me, because people actually came, and in my mind, when I was jotting it down, the ideas, I was like, I want people to feel special. I want people to feel like they're celebs. I want people to feel like, oh my gosh, like, I'm actually the ish. And I'm like, yeah, cool. So when they were all taking photos and the flash and there's everything, everyone's like, and you're seeing you're seeing all the videos and the photos, and I'm like, I got what I wanted. And everyone felt good. So that's single most, like, best highlight of VST.
And like, if you had to describe it from the beginning of VST, back when it was a dance group, to where it is now, what have been some of the biggest points of growth, improvement, change?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say, because the group, it was just a dance group. But with VST now, it being a community, that's number one. The biggest thing is that it was a community. Number two, the fact that everyone, like, it was weird, but we never had no issue with judgment. Like, I think that is the biggest thing, because in the dance industry, there's always this thing of judgment, like, I don't want to do it because I'm going to get judged, or I don't want to do it. So I think that was one of the biggest things. And lastly, the fact that people can come in one way and come out another way. Like people come in sad, upset. They've told me like I was actually annoyed before. I wanted to come here and not dance. I wanted to just come because I bought my ticket. I didn't want to actually.
I don't want to lose my money.
I didn't want to. I really paid for it, and I didn't want to be here. But when I left, I was like, oh my gosh, like they're talking bears and stuff, and I was like, see, that transformation is what VST is. So that for me is the biggest highlight. The transformation in classes.
I love that. I can't lie. I came to class one time just after a breakup, and Dre and I was sitting, you know them speakers outside Studio 2?
Yeah.
I did not want to be there. I was literally crying. And then we danced. I literally forced myself through the stretches, did it. Yeah. And then I felt so happy afterwards. I was like, oh, look at my community.
Yeah.
Now, it makes such a difference. Okay. I need to confirm here on the That's the Tea show. Who are the current members of the VST dance group? Now you're gonna name drop.
There is no okay. There's no. If I have to pick, like oh my gosh, we got a show. I need 5 people.
Okay, who are your 5 that you?
5 people. Yep. So me, Drea, Shabana, Mariana, Kadri.
Who's sitting right behind us, by the way. That's why he's looking like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pick them 5.
So,
with me.
Yeah, obviously with you.
Yeah.
So technically, there have been 3 rebrands, if you will, of VST. For the record, I was a part of selection number 2, and that was myself, Maxine, Shannon, and Kate and you. So it's always been at least 5 members.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say was the reason it went from, obviously you kind of mentioned at the beginning how it went from the first group to the second group. Yeah. But like, how did it come to be the second, we'll call it rebranding. How did it go from second rebranding to rebranding number 3? And I'm assuming this is the final. Well, is it the final
do you know
though?
Like, I don't have the thing. The good thing about. Wait, when you say first, do you mean first as in before the company?
Before the company.
So okay.
Okay, to those who don't know, explain it, because VST has had a shift of members.
A very big
we've
shift,
shifted. Listen.
Yeah.
What it is now is so interesting because it's not how it started to be, even from your perspective, from my perspective. But it's kind of, it's now looking back, obviously at the time it was like, what the heck's going on? But now it makes sense because it's obviously typically the people who go to the class regularly, the people who have a good relationship with you. It also doesn't help the fact that VST dance in masks. So technically you actually wouldn't be able to tell. I'm going to tell people that I'm still part of the team. I'm going to tell people that the 1/3 in the left is actually me. I was there. It was me.
You can say that. People be like, oh, okay.
Oh,
like
okay.
people,
the short one is T.
Like you just don't. I think the mask thing. I mean, I got that from the Jabberwockies, obviously, but I flipped it. I switched it up. But the thing about the mask thing is that it's timeless. Like we can get new people without people going,
oh, where's this? Why did this person leave?
Why did that person leave? And the thing is, the first VST before the company, there was no. I always had an idea to do the masks, but it was never like, again, like. Ego, like there was a lot of ego, so it's like I want my face to be seen, like it was
in it. You wanted to cover this face for that mask.
That's what I'm saying. So
criminal.
But maybe I don't know if I actually said the idea though. I don't think it even got there. So I might be wrong. Like I don't remember too much about it. But with the first of the rebranding, you were the first of the rebranding, right? I think the good thing with that is I got to see how it looked like in the mask, how the thing looked like, and then the second group, or should I say,
the rebrand,
like the rebranding only happened after the VST show, because the VST show we just sewed the mask to the thing, so it was like real professional, cold, like it was like the thing wasn't coming out, it was like stuck. It was
didn't have to wear the sports directs turtlenecks. I remember.
That's what I'm saying. So I think the biggest shift between the first VST and the second VST and the VST, the third VST was the third VST is more controlled now. It's more centered and it's more like, okay, well, you've been through 1, 2, you now know what you're doing on 3, and it's a thing where like if I want to get people to come and join, even if it's for one performance, like, oh, we ain't got enough people. Hey man, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
People still won't know who that person is. If
it's true, because you go to like Chris,
like
Kadri,
Leilani, Hannah. I go to all of them when it's like when there's not enough people and then no one even knows it's them.
It's so true. I think that makes it work. I think that's different from what everybody else is doing, because like you said, you wouldn't be able to tell who was at the original and then who's doing it now.
Yeah.
So for the record, if I choose to slap on my mask, because it's still in my wardrobe, when I want to slap man on it and get back in the game,
you can. Like,
don't worry.
Like, who is that? And then, you know, like at the end of the performance, you take the mask off and, oh my gosh,
it's missing my hand. Yeah,
like,
don't worry, it's coming, guys. It's coming. It's pending. It's pending.
It's me. Yeah. So.
And what would you say is next for VST in the near future? Obviously, we've spoken about the bigger picture and where you're trying to go, the different entities. What can we expect maybe towards the end of this year, next year? What's coming up? Give us a little taste spill.
This, you know, I'm gonna be real. Like we were supposed to do a show in November, and you were supposed to host. We're meant to do an anniversary show, but funding didn't follow through, so it's a bit difficult. But I ain't got no problem being honest. So that's just like a technical difficulty. So we're canceling it this year, but we're opening new classes. We're gonna have new teachers. So yeah, man, I'm trying to hang my coat up, man, a little bit. I don't want to. I mean, you want to be redundant. You don't want to always be there, especially as the owner. You want to like chill out. So. We're gonna have new teachers. We're gonna have new teachers. I don't want to give too much.
Don't want to say too much.
But we'll have new teachers. Number one. Number two. Well, this is Dancers Unite, I guess, but we're gonna start reviving that as well.
Yep.
And that's gonna be like June in 2025. We're gonna start reviving that. Start looking for acts to who wants to perform, whatever. All of that stuff. And I think that's it.
Oh, yeah, you had me thinking. And what else?
I think that's it.
Nah, I look forward to it. And I guess to conclude that section, talking all things VST, like in your words, why was it important for VST to be more than just a dance crew or even just a dance class? Why is it important to have all these other things as well?
Because I am more than just a dance class. VST would be me personified. So my essence I put into VST. So even versatility, that's what I am. So literally that's what I breathed into the brand. So for me, it's like I'm not just a dancer. Like I can act, I can be funny. I'm a visionary. I'm a director, whatever you want to call it, right? So with VST, where people say, "Oh, is it just a class?" No, like you come and you'll see it's not just a class. It's not something I can keep. It's weird, like you have to experience it. There's some things that
tell you.
All you can say is I have fun there and trust me, it's so great. Oh my God, which is so many people say about other classes.
Yeah.
But you need to like experience it, come through the experience, and trust me, you'll come out on the other side feeling so good. Absolutely. And that's guaranteed.
Absolutely. Guaranteed. I feel like my whole life is a testimony to that, and it's not just the friends. Obviously, it's no secret. Shabana and Mariana, my best friends. Yeah. Met them in class.
Yeah, lifelong friends.
100%. They're my bridesmaids, man. That's what I'm saying. And then the community at the Jamaican shop afterwards. Chilling. And like the opportunities that come. I think it's the sense of being able to say I belong to a dance community or a dance group at VST. That's my thing. I think I had it in my bio for like 2 days and realized too many characters.
But the thing is, we don't have that. We don't have that. I mean, but outside of VST, I mean, when I made it, at the time I made it, we never had that.
Yeah.
Like if you were part of a crew, it was like, yeah, it's just us. Yeah. Yeah, we don't like it's just, oh, you want to be part of the crew, you got to get a tattoo with our name on it. You have to do some crazy things, whereas we're like, yo, this is us. But if you want to join, come in. Come through, man. We there ain't no judgment here, man. And that's the essence that we try to carry. That's why it's not just a class, it's a very strong community.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that. Now we're going to move on and talk about something a bit more personal.
Right.
Your personal life, particularly social media.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nah, because this is That's the Tea show. And, you know, we got to spill the tea. Cool. Are you ready for this?
Not really.
Nah, I don't think. I'll be easy. I'll go easy on you because we've got to talk.
Yeah.
So in your past, you've been open about your personal life on social media, particularly your relationships. Do you want to start off the conversation and we'll go into my questions? What's it been like sharing your life with the people then?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I've shared anything. Oh no, okay. I know where you're okay. I see where you're.
You see where I'm going with this?
You're good.
I know, right? I got ease him into it.
You know what? I think no. You know what? I'm a throw a curveball. I'm gonna let you just throw it at me.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm gonna
okay. Fair enough. Right. You open is not the word, but you have not been private and secretive about your past relationships with
Right.
other people. I'm thinking particularly Lav B, the influencer.
Yeah.
I guess the first question is, can you confirm on the That's the Tea show, are you currently in a relationship now?
Yes.
Who are you in a relationship with, Will?
I'm in a relationship with Drea at official
Eh.
at official Drea. Yeah.
How's it been? Because Drea is actually one of my good friends. How
Yeah.
is it being in a relationship with her?
It's do you know what? Okay, let me not look it. It's actually dope. I like it. It's always gonna be challenging, but I've learned as for me myself, I've learned that I mean I used to be someone who's like, oh, you're not like I'm asking you to not to do something, but I'm telling you how something makes me feel and yada yada yada. And if you don't like you know how we have this thing now where it's like if you don't accept my boundaries then
That's
we
it.
can't, then that's it. But you like one thing I've had to realize is we weren't raised the same. If I was raised like if you come to my house, I was raised to feed the person that comes to my house. But if the other person wasn't raised like that, we ain't got enough food to be serving people. Like if you're coming to my house, you better make sure you've eaten already. Like some people have
some
that.
people are like that.
So like if you were to come to my house, I'm like, oh T, look, there's food here. But let's say I was to come to your house and I'm like,
So where's
okay, where's
like
the food? Your stomach is rumbling. Like I think the problem is I can't say to you, I expect you to. I can't throw what I know, and what I do is I call that common sense and say, "What's common sense? You don't feed me."
But
Why
that's
you
just how you was raised.
That's just how I was raised. But some people weren't raised like that, and so you got to give people grace to, if they don't know, if they're not aware of what you're aware of, they have to be slowly eased into it, and it might take a day, it might take 4 weeks, it might take a month, it might take a year. But the question is, are you willing to stick with it and wait until that person changes and becomes that person or that thing that you asked for? But people be looking at the end result talking about I want a girl that's like this, which is why you're not there, because you don't want the process to get there. You just want start, finish.
Yeah.
Like you want to get somewhere, you're doing all of this. This is a process.
Yeah.
You're doing a show and it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger and it will get there. But a lot of people don't think like that.
I can't lie, it sounds like there's been a lot of growth in your relationship.
Yeah.
And as you as an individual, as a person, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Both of you guys are dancers. Has dance played a big part in your relationship?
Yeah, because it's my job, I guess.
Yeah.
No, not job, but it's like it's yeah, like I dance for a living, so yeah, but it's not. Nah, do you know what? Yeah and no. Like no in a sense of no in a sense of it's not the main focus.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the main focus, but it's more like we talk about how we can make it bigger, or what's the purpose behind it, not just hey, let's link up.
Let's do it. So just for clarification purposes, you and Drea are both dancers,
Right?
And she's a part of VST,
Yeah.
integral part of the company. How much does dance play into your relationship, and not just the company, but actually like collaborating together, making content together? Talk to me about that.
You know, surprisingly, we don't really make much content together, or we don't really. It's not really dance related. It's so weird. It's more business related. It's more like, hey, look, dance is an aspect of what we do, but let's not make that our whole. Let's not make that our whole thing. Like, look, we can do stuff where dance is included, but it's more of a business talk. Like, how can we get to where? Okay, what are you trying to do? What's your goals? What's my goals? Okay, I tell her my goals. She tells me her goals. Then what's our goal as a couple? And it's like, okay, whatever your goal is as you, I will try help you. Whatever my goal is, you try help me, and then we got a couple goal, and it's like, okay, that's what we're doing together. So it's not as simple as like, oh, are we just dancing today? It's like, how do we?
You're actually building a life together.
Yeah, how do we build? You know what? You hit the.
I got a T. That's why I got the cards.
Yeah, like how we just build. We're trying to build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I find so interesting? Obviously, this is That's the Tea show. We speak candidly. We take.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw you. So you've been in a. Can I confirm? You've been in a relationship with 2 other dancers before.
Yeah.
Right. So, can I name drop?
Yeah.
So you got Benita.
Yeah.
And you got Lav.
Right.
And then you've got currently you're with Drea.
Yeah.
I saw you, out of the 3, I saw you most on social media with Lav.
Right.
I guess I didn't know you at the time when you were with Benita, but obviously you still got your videos. But when you're describing your relationship with Drea, it sounds a lot more inward looking rather than everyone else seeing what you guys are like as a relationship.
Yeah.
How would you compare the previous two? Because they're both dancers. All three are dancers.
Yeah.
How would you compare the relationships that you were in to the one you're in now?
Do you know, it's I can't compare it, only because the only reason why I say I promise I'm not dodging a question. No, I can't compare only because each person made me the person that I was after them.
At the
I
time.
get like so. With like for me, I mean I'll be honest. Like I remember I was the kind of person I was kind of like, hey, like let's post on social media, did it all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And at the time, Benita was like, no, let's not do that.
I
I couldn't comprehend that at the time. And then it was like, you know what? Then I started doing it later. So that's what I'm saying. I'm always learning things from different relationships. So I would never like look back and say, like, you know, there's people who like chat rubbish on their exes for whatever reason. I would never chat rubbish and say like, this person was a no, I've got love. And I always say this, even now I'm with Dre now, I got love for everyone who I was with. Like, point blank. Like, there's no, like, you've taught me something, even if you taught me something that wasn't necessarily you teaching me, but the experience that I had with you
I learned something about
myself. So for example, so with Benita, like I remember in the beginning, student finance, like you like, you know, you spoil, you do this, you do that, and then during a relationship, it's like, oh hey, oh where's I thought you were spoiling, and I was like, yeah, but I'm like, P's right now.
Sophia's not dropped yet.
Yeah, and I learned from that. That's one of the biggest takeaways. I learned from that. You can't just you can't act.
Yeah.
And this is for a lot of guys. You can't act, because when that goes, you're finished. And then do you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna start calling the girl difficult for wanting all these things.
But this is the energy you showed me at the beginning.
And that's the problem.
Maintain the same vibe.
And that's the problem. And that was my. I was always authentic, and I didn't know how to control it, because again, when you're in uni, that's the first time you get a bag of money, right? At the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's do this. We ain't got no real issues. Yada yada yada. So I learned that lesson, and I was like, okay, cool. Let me try to remember. I'm going back. I'm trying to remember.
Back when, bro?
So every relationship I learned something from. Like, do you know what I mean? So, but like I said, I got nothing bad to say about none of those ladies that were amazing to me when I was with them. Nothing but respect and love for them. But it's like I said, it's not. It's just not. There's just nothing I can say. That's like
absolutely.
Bad. Yeah, at all.
And I guess on a more general note, how do you navigate relationships when both of you guys are public figures and both of you guys are quite big on social media?
Right.
What has that been like in any of the relationships?
I think. Okay. So obviously, Lav was the only person I had been with that was bigger than me on social media.
Okay.
Like bigger, like way bigger. So, and I have no, like I think that, that relationship taught me about ego.
Okay.
So I had to, like, my ego was smashed, crumbled, azontoed. Yeah, like, not in a, I make it sound like she was saying stuff. No. But I'm saying through that relationship, my ego was because like all of that, it was, and not because of her specifically, but number one, you're both playing a game where the girl is, or the woman in that regard is more than you, even though you've been doing it for longer. Yeah. So there's an ego battle there with yourself. Like
but
it's
how comes this person is
there's that, which I never did, but it was always in my, it was always at the back of my head, right? But I was like, I don't feel like that. Like, naturally, I don't feel like that.
So why is this?
Yeah, so why is it there? Yeah, so there was that. Then, you know, like, people wanted to, like, you know, everyone was, like, trying to talk to her and all that stuff. And, like, all the, and then she had the job working abroad. And it's like, it was an ego battle for me, because it's like, you're with someone who flies abroad for, like, 3 days a week. You don't know nothing. You don't know. I mean, obviously, again, I don't assume. Yeah. So if the worst thing you could do is assume, because assuming leads to overthinking, leads to they're probably doing this, or I never did that. But it was a big ego battle for me, and I learned how to control my ego through that relationship. Okay. So when I opened VST, it was very easy for me to say, I don't know who's the person that owns it.
Okay.
Do you get it? So it all links in. That's how VST came. That's how I was able to keep my name out of it for so long. Like, I'm not the CEO. I'm not like, oh, do you know VST? Yeah. I don't know who the leader is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was easy for me to do that because in my relationship before that, it was
learned so much.
It was crazy. Yeah.
And today, now you and Jerry have your own TikTok page.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go and follow that.
Yeah.
How are you navigating what you choose to show on social media versus what people don't see behind the scenes?
The not that I wouldn't want that to happen, but that's not my main focus.
Okay.
But I know that it's something that she would have wanted to do. I'm not saying that I don't want to do it, but it's something that she pushed to that more, innit?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, like I would do it if you like show me like you want to do it, and I'm like, cool, but
bring it to the table.
Bring it to the table and tell me what you want to do, and then I'll follow your lead because you're the one that wants to do this.
Okay.
Like if you have a dream, I'm like, show me what you want to do.
Or
if you have a manager, they'll be like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Like if you don't know, I can't help you, right? So with Dre was like, hey, like you want to do the TikTok thing? Show me exactly what you want to do or what you want to do it for. Make up a plan or a plot, whatever, and then we will.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, and now that's how we would navigate in terms of how much we show. Me personally, I wouldn't want to show too much because the problem is not that I don't mind being authentic and like showing myself out there, but the problem is people start feeling like people start feeling like they're in your relationship.
Innit? This is not a relationship like 4 people in it.
Exactly. And the thing is, no one knows the severity. People want to do the cool stuff. Oh, I want to get these brand deals because look at all these couples that get brand deals. I'm like, okay, but when they break up and everyone's in their relationship,
you delete one picture, not everyone's
what happened to that? And then they start going to the pictures from like 2020. Oh, don't think I didn't see you delete the 2024 picture. I'm like, bro, like
it's long.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of leads me to a kind of side question. Okay, we're kind of going backwards, but we will come back again.
Yeah.
But you see your previous dance videos and collaboration videos you've done with all 3. Have you deleted the ones from the past, or are they still up on social media?
Yeah, I've deleted them.
All of them?
All of them.
What was your reason behind it? Obviously, I would delete it too, but
because obviously, I'm in a relationship,
okay,
right? So it's got nothing to do with insecurity or anything like that. But at the same time, I like looking at it through both views. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I'm on Insta, and let me flip the script. If I'm on Insta, and Dre's got videos of her and her ex-partner still there,
report it.
I'm gonna be like, yo, like, no, but the thing is, I would never tell a woman what to do.
Oh,
but I'll tell me. No, I'll tell you how it makes me feel. Hey, look, the fact that you have makes me feel like you do what you do what you want to do with that information, and I will see if you. I'm not gonna say respect me enough. I don't want to say that, but I want to see if my feelings mean. I want to see what you do with that information. If you're like, you know what, I hear it. Cool. If you're like, no, but it's just a dance video.
You shouldn't be mad.
I'm like,
that's so interesting. I like the way you said that. First of all, you're a better man than me because take it down. Yeah. If you want me, take it down. But I like how you said, and especially from a guy, because I feel like a lot of women feel like this. We will tell you what you've done has made me feel like this. And we're not telling you specifically or explicitly take it down. We want to see what you do with the information that we've given you of what it does to my feelings. Right. For me, taking it down shows that you've taken into consideration my feelings. You respect and understand how I feel. And the sensible and logical thing to do is to remove it. Right. But then if you're just like, nah, like, you shouldn't feel like that. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It almost discredits what I'm telling you how I feel. Yeah. So I like that's how you approached it. That's amazing. Can we expect a wedding anytime soon? Because I need a presenter job. I need an MC wedding job. Can we expect it?
You know, we have been talking about it. I'm not gonna lie, we have been talking about it. But wait. Excuse me. We have been talking about it, but it's not. Enough. Do you know what's so crazy? I'm gonna say this, babe. I'm so sorry. So the crazy thing is, we did like a fake wedding plan, and we argued. So I was like, hey man, I'm not sure we're there yet. Like we were trying to think like, again, it was just like a, what's it called? You know when it was like a. I don't know what the word is. I can explain it, but I don't know the word.
Like
I
a
forgot the word.
detailed conversation?
No, it was like we did a wedding plan,
Okay.
but it wasn't real. It wasn't like a real.
Oh,
it's
is
like
that
a fake
hypothetical?
Yeah, but
okay.
I'm trying to look for a word, but I can't find it. But it's okay.
Don't
But yeah,
find it,
but it was like
Jason.
yeah, yeah. So it was we just like did a dupe, like we just did like a quick one. Like, oh, how many people would you invite? How many people do you invite?
Okay.
Like we just like we started writing names down, and then it was like after that we're trying to look. Where would we do it? Or where would we do it in England? What color would we have? What colors would we have? Cool, all of that stuff, right?
It's kind of a detailed conversation.
And then this is where it gets crazy. How are we gonna do it? We're gonna do it in the church, or we're gonna do it there? We're gonna have like when you start getting into those religious views and
bits.
the nitty gritty bits. Then it was like, whoa, hey.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're gonna have your brother officiate?
Do you know what I mean? Like
my pastor's gonna do it.
Yeah, like, but what do you mean your pastor? Why can't we do mine?
Interesting. Okay, so
do you get it? Like
the conversation was allowing you guys to actually have a real chat about things and kind of highlight things. Okay, we need to decide, like, because like you said, you're life building. These are some life building decisions that need to be made.
For sure.
I love that.
It's crazy. It was crazy. It's crazy.
We can't wait until you decide.
Yeah.
For the record, to my future husband, if you're watching this, right? For the record, Reverend Kobe will be officiating our wedding. My dad will be walking us down the aisle, and we'll be having it in Italy. Don't play with me.
In Italy? Oh, okay.
Don't play with me.
All right. That's a okay.
Yeah. Nah, don't worry. Now the people know. Okay, so there is a wedding awaiting in the future.
Yes.
We can't wait.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say to your babes officially on the episode for all the work she's done? Because in all fairness, VST wouldn't be what it is without her.
Yeah. So Andrea, babes, if you're listening, you probably are listening.
She has to.
She's
be listening. My friend.
And you're gonna be looking at me at the time that you're listening to this. So while you're looking at me, I just want to do. Okay, that's it. I love you so much. You are literally I know women say this to guys, but you are literally my backbone. You help me with VST quite a lot. And when I'm not here, I know you got it all under wraps. So I just want to show love and say, mwah, mwah, love you lots. And for right now, I'll see you when I get home. But while you're watching this, I'm probably next to you. So yeah.
You lot. Yeah. This show, I literally love talking to my guests because each guy that I've had so far has a babes out there that's riding for them, helping them with the company, helping them dance. It's making me realize I need to find one of my own. So if you're watching this, like, shout me in it. Now, but but in all seriousness, when it comes to VST as a company, as a dance company, as a legacy, what are you hoping to leave behind as both a dancer, a CEO, an entrepreneur, all the many hats that you wear? Yeah,
I want to leave behind something for my family, man. That's the goal, like, generational wealth. You know what I mean? Like, it's never been about me. Like, you build something and you might not even enjoy the fruits of what you built. Do you get? So that's something that I encourage everyone to sort of like look to. You get it? Because you ain't gonna you can't promise your child a job. You can't promise them I work at M&S. Like I'm gonna bring you in.
I'm gonna hook you up.
How?
Yeah.
You ain't no owner. So I'm not trying to add anyone. But yeah, so I'm just trying to say, like, it's always nice. It's always better when you got something that's yours. You can tell your son, daughter, you're gonna. This is the family business. You can do whatever you want. But yeah. It's just the legacy is just generational wealth. Just know that I broke the curse and did something different.
I think you have. I think so many people come in and out of the class, myself included, and it's like it becomes a part of you. I'll be 50, I'll still be talking about VST. Yeah. But it's been the last 3-4 years of my life. Like every memory I've had at Husky Studios, Elephant and Castle. Like, I've made friends, I've made family, I've become a better dancer, a better performer. I think people forget presenting is performing as well. Yeah. And it's like so many lessons I've learned, all them trainings, dancing for the mayor. Shout out Sadiq
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Shout out Sadiq Khan. Like, doing all those performances, trying to find out how to breathe under those masks. It's memories. Now, them masks, sometimes it's so hard to breathe. Yeah. Imagine skiing for like 5 hours. But it's memories. Yeah. Like, I am the person I am today, and I've always said that I look at you like a second dad. Someone who's always reaching out to me, someone who's always like taking me under his wing. Yeah. And there was no other person that could have been my first guest, man. And I'm so glad you came
I
today.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for listening if you're here till the end. And this is the tea.
Right, did you do my exit for me?
This is the tea.
Damn, guys. It has been Will on episode 1, season 1 of my brand new show, That's the Tea Show, with me, your host, Miss Tee Moyo. Guys, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you give us a like, a follow, leave your comments below. Follow us across all our social media platforms. And let's give one round of applause for Will. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll see you next week for Teas Tuesdays on the That's the Tea Show. Bye.